Hey everyone and welcome. As you'll be aware, the government has announced they intend to bring in voter ID. They claim to stop voter fraud. I question that, but I'll say why later. First, I thought we'd look at Labour's re-scream over it due to it subverting democracy. This was posted on Labour's website. Cross-party MPs advise extreme caution against voter ID. Cat Smith responds. And then you've got this. Deeply concerning that government would consider anti-democratic ID laws. Cat Smith again. And finally this. Voter ID plans a blatant attempt to suppress BAME and poorer voters. Jeremy Corbynov. So as you can see, they're already up in arms and saying voter ID will disenfranchise and all of the rest of the bullet points they've all been given in their emails. Well, this was posted to Momentum's Bolton Arms Twitter page. We are holding a meeting to plan our campaign against voter ID. A shocking attempt by the Tories to subvert democracy in the UK. Firstly, Momentum, how does it subvert democracy? To ensure every single person has one vote. How is that subverting democracy? I'll wait for an answer. 6 p.m. the meeting is at the Socialist Club. Bet that's a fun night out, eh? Members only. Bring your membership card. Oh, the irony. Now, I thought we'd see if this is just moronic Momentum members. Well, it's not. This is the rules for Labour conferences and meetings. These were from 2016, but it's still a rule. It reads, ID checks at meetings. The Labour Party rules are very clear that all members who take part in BLP AGMs must be fully paid up members living in the ward. A fully paid up member is someone who is not in arrears on the day of the AGM. Please clear any arrears you may have had at least 7 days prior to the meeting to ensure that payment is processed on time. Sounds very grifty shilly that, doesn't it? Pay your money or you're not being involved, even though you normally pay your money. To ensure all members meet this rule. It's not very socialist, that, is it? Members are required to bring ID to the meetings and show this to the BLP secretary when you arrive. You are required to bring identification that proves you're a member. It has to be your name on the card and you have to be living in the ward or of the branch. Following IDs accepted, please bring ID. And then you've got under 18s. Under 18s with no proof of address will be admitted as long as photo ID is available. You couldn't make this up, could you, everyone? It's comedy gold. To say that they want a meeting against voter ID because it subverts democracy, but in their own words, you're required to bring ID if you go to one of their meetings is absolute hypocrisy, isn't it? And I'll be honest, I think it's quite hilarious. So as you can see, everyone, they force their ID on their own members. And yet it's not good enough for the country. Hypocrites through and through, aren't they? To assume that BAME can't get ID, or disabled can't, or anyone that is legally allowed to vote can't, is disgusting bigotry of low expectations, in my honest opinion. I suspect Labour don't want voter ID due to numerous votes by students and fake votes, etc, etc. But if the government do this, which I feel we need to, it's a necessary evil, unfortunately, we shall see who is right, shan't we? We shall see if I'm right or they're right. Now, do I think voter ID will work? Yes, it will, but only, and I mean this, only in conjunction with a hit on ballot harvesting and also postal votes. I think postal votes should be only for those that are incapable of getting to a poll station. End of, i.e. severe disability. Proxy vote should only be available for servicemen and women, in my honest opinion. But let me know what you think on this one. I'd like to know what your opinion is. Will this stop it or just shift the rot somewhere else? If you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit the like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell icon, share it out, everyone. Let's let the world know that Labour are comedy gold at the minute and complete and utter bigoted hypocrites. Stay sane. I'll see you on the next one.
And I do believe that we have rotten politics, and I'm not using that as an exaggeration.